I think I was really lucky actually, because I always knew from a young age that I wanted to do something artistic. So, you know, I remember when I was at primary school, you know, I was always sort of drawing, and I was always conscious of the other kids in the class, you know, who could draw well. And I'd sort of be looking at their style and trying to figure out how they were able to do what they do. You know, there was this one classmate in particular, Richard Cunningham, who he just, at that young age, this is primary school age, you know, so this is about 7, 8 years old. You know, he had a way of drawing that was kind of quite linear, you know, and it's like I was always, you know, captivated by how this style that he had and how he could draw. So I'd spend time trying to kind of see if I could copy his style to make my drawings look better. But yeah, I mean, straight away, you know, from primary school, I had my heart in a way set on doing something artistic, even though I didn't know necessarily what that would be. The AfroSupaHero brand, or the concept, has probably been in the making ever since I was probably about 15, 16 and first started getting into, you know, black history and being aware of kind of the history of African diaspora people and, you know, asking those questions. When I created the brand, I didn't create it based on just one figure. I created it based on twins, because I have a strong belief about the male and female harmony, equal in all aspects, you know, strength, intellect, etc. What happened was, years ago, so this is back in 1992, I came up with a set of stamps celebrating black contribution to Britain. Because at that point in time, there had been no stamps, British stamps, that had featured any prominent individual on a stamp. So I had people like Noor Inayat Khan, who was, you know, an Asian secret agent, you know, executed by the Gestapo. She's got a George Cross, you know, I mean, why don't we know about her? You know, John R. Archer, Mayor of Battersea in 1912, you know, originally, you know, from Barbados. You know, Ira Aldridge, Samuel Coleridge Taylor, you know, the Bats cricketer Ranjit Singhji, you know, so there was a lot of people that I wanted to sort of pay homage to, and I petitioned Royal Mail for probably almost about 10 years to do this set of stamps, and it never happened in the end, but they have subsequently brought out some stamps. But part of my ammunition was I started collecting stamps to show them, well, this is what they do, you know, around the world. So I built up quite a big collection of, say, about 300 stamps featuring, you know, African diaspora heroes and heroines. I ended up having an exhibition with Stanley Gibbons because I thought, let me do something with this collection, and it all went really, really well. So I used a lot of the skills that I'd acquired in working in branding, design and advertising, pitched to the marketing director of Stanley Gibbons. They loved the idea. We did an exhibition called Post-Colonial, Stamps of the African Diaspora, based on my collection and supplemented with some of their own, you know, stamps. And, you know, it was a real success. The theme of the exhibition, Stamps from the African Diaspora, so it represents a journey. It was inspired by the lyrics of Public Enemy. There's a line in one of their tracks which is, that's a hip-hop group for those of you who don't know. You know, most of my heroes don't appear on those stamps, so that's kind of what I was inspired by. I also had this other collection of black action figures. And so after the success of that, I started thinking, okay, maybe, you know, this would be there's something for this. So I had like a little blog piece on Creative Review's website based on my action figures, and loads of people commented on it. You know, they loved the Mr. T action figure and all these sort of things. So I thought, right, this is definitely my next exhibition. So I pitched to the V&A Museum of Childhood, and, you know, within a couple of months they said yes, and that was it. It all went from there. I've gone to them with almost everything. I've gone, right, here's the concept, here's the brand name, here's the branding. You know, I designed the whole exhibition, and it's my collection as well. So it's a kind of very unique space, but it kind of affords me the ability to really be authentic in the story and tell my story.